Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be talking about 3 top tips on how you can protect your CDL license. That's right, you work super hard to get your CDL license, especially if you came to the best truck driving school here at Driving Academy at any of our locations that are opening nationwide. Check out our website to see exactly the location near you. But since you work so hard to get your license, now you have to protect it. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to ensure that you protect it, because the worst thing you can do is work so hard to get your CDL license, invest so much time, invest so much money, and then all of a sudden lose it because you did something silly. So if you follow these 3 tips, you should be good to go. Tip number 1 is going to be pretty obvious. This is about maintaining a clean driving record. So what does that mean for you? That means you want to drive safe. That means you want to avoid any of the silly mistakes, right? So let's talk about some silly mistakes. Just like this guy over here who drove underneath a low bridge, you want to avoid that mistake. How about this guy over here who's actually going to be overweight in an overweight area? You want to avoid that mistake as well. Those are simple things that you should definitely be checking out for you. You want to avoid silly things like speeding excessively. You want to avoid any type of accidents that you are going to be having. So the easiest thing to do is going to be make sure you're monitoring your speed and you're checking your following distance. If you do those 2 things, probably 75% of all the accidents will get reduced tremendously. And if you add one more secret thing, which is checking your mirrors and always be defensive, then you could probably reduce your accidents by like 85 to 90% total. That being said, if you maintain a clean driving record, that means you get to protect your CDL license for the long term. We invite people to get a CDL license not because it's a get rich quick, but we ensure that you can actually get rich for sure, but it is a long-term play. Every single year you get better, every single year you get more experience, and now you can demand more money from the marketplace itself. We were talking to somebody yesterday, and he makes like over $200,000 a year driving a truck for himself, and he is the happiest he can be. But he actually made a comment saying, wherever you are, make sure you stick to it and make sure you get better every single day, because that's how you can make the most amount of money. And the way to get better is to get your experience, drive those miles, but stay safe. Maintain that clean driving record. Tip number 2 that most people actually forget, including myself sometimes, is going to be make sure you stay up to date with your DOT physicals or your medical exams. So in order to get a CDL license, one of the requirements are that you have to be able to pass a DOT physical. That's going to ensure that you are healthy enough to actually drive a tractor trailer. That being said, it is super important that you stay up to date with it. Depending on what your health conditions look like, it can have a few different expiration dates. I've seen as low as like 2-month expiration date. You can have a 6-month expiration date, a 1-year expiration date, or if you're healthy like I am, like I'd like to say healthy like a horse, then you get a 2-year expiration date. But because it is 2 years, nothing actually gets printed on your license or anything like that. So you have to make sure that you're staying up to date with that, or else the DMV can potentially revoke your CDL license, send you a letter, you have to pay a fine, get your DOT done, you lose a day at work because you can't be driving, and then it becomes a headache, right? So in order to protect your CDL license, mark something on your calendar, remind yourself on when you should get a new one, and then make sure that when you do get the new one, make sure you give it to your local DMV so they can update their records, because we want to make sure that everyone stays safe out there. By the way, put in the comments below, how many people have done a DOT so far, and what is your expiration date? Are you a 1-monther? Like, are you super unhealthy? Are you like a 2-year like me, and you're pretty healthy, and you can touch your toes and all that good stuff that's going on? And the 3rd tip in order to protect your CDL license is going to be proactive when it comes to solving problems. So what do I mean by that? So that means safe driving is super important, but also making sure that you're being proactive in actually inspecting the vehicle, making sure we're fixing the vehicles correctly in a proactive way. And if you do get into an accident, or if you do get in any type of violations, even something simple like a parking violation, the ability to be proactive and not just set it and forget about it is going to be super important, because now you have a story behind yourself, right? So if you lose this job for whatever reason, you're being proactive, you're taking responsibility, and the character that you built from it is actually going to help you out when it comes to keeping your CDL license and making things work, move forward in the right direction. So that being said, you want to make sure you're avoiding all the silly things, being proactive with all the responsible things, and please definitely do not drink and drive. Once you have a CDL license, it cuts your blood alcohol content level by half, which means if you didn't have a CDL license, you can have a 0.08 alcohol level. With a CDL license, it's 0.04. That's like half a beer for most people in the country. So you want to avoid that at all costs. Remember, you're a professional. You're here to make sure that you get a license that can pay you and your family for the future up until the end of time, until you choose to stop working. So you want to make sure that you're thinking long term and not short term. That being said, I hope that these 3 tips definitely helped you out in order to actually protect your CDL license because you work so hard for it. And if you don't have your CDL license yet, I wish that you will protect it and get it from the best truck driving school in the entire country here at Driving Academy. We're here to help you out every step of the way. We're open 7 days a week. All you need is $500 down to get started, and we can work out a payment plan for the rest. We also offer lifetime job placement too. So even if you do make a mistake or maybe you're working for somebody in 2 or 3 or 4 years down the road you want to switch, come on back. We'll help you out. And we'll be able to rock and roll and get you on the road to freedom, just like we've helped thousands of people before you. So I'll see you soon. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to get your CDL license, you know where to go. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com, right over there. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this video right over here. So make sure you check that out. But before anything else, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you soon.